This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Good evening. It's cleanup day today throughout our area.
City streets, county roads, and people's driveways all need a lot of either mechanical or back-breaking attention. Almost a foot of snow hit us, just shy of 10 inches officially at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Airport, but up to 22 inches in other areas of northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Snow shovelers here in Scranton or anywhere else had their work cut out for them. And so did the plows here in Scranton, making the streets ready for Friday morning traffic. The record one-day snowfall at Avoca, incidentally, was 20 inches on Thanksgiving Day back in 1971. Many people stayed home today because of the nasty weather, and Newswatch 16's Bob Constantini says the blizzard of '87 had a chilling effect on business as well.
There was no waiting for hair work at this salon in Wilkes-Barre. Holiday hair fashions depends entirely on walk-in business. Few were brave enough to come in for a cut and curl.
You can see business is not booming. The weekends is really a busy time for us. You know, customers coming in, they want their hair done for the weekend.
Streets in Wilkes-Barre were clear enough, and there was some business to be had. Away from the city, though, bad roads meant no business for others. The Bay Window Shop near Dallas is closed, though owner Ann Parkhurst is digging out the walk. She's getting ready for Saturday.
The schools are closed, and often mothers stay home with kids when they're home from school, so we didn't feel we'd do enough business to bother to open. So we're taking a holiday.
As she shovels, Parkhurst is making a pile below that's about 5 feet deep. The Country Surrey restaurant is open for lunch, but might be much busier if not for the blizzard. With so few customers, only 2 waitresses are here.
Some of the girls that work here from other areas were having trouble getting in this morning, so we have local girls. And our staff is cut in half.
That, of course, saves management some money when it isn't making as much as usual. Management here hopes cabin fever will strike soon and that all of these tables will be as busy as usual over the weekend. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, near Dallas.
And now Old Man Winter's second punch is just starting to hit us.
Our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark, is in the backyard to explain. Tom?
The second punch, Karen, in the form of bitter cold temperatures blowing in from the west now. And there are some heavier snow showers blowing through the area as that Arctic air pushes in, and that could leave another inch of snow in some places over the next couple of hours. Let's look upwind now on the graphics computer now. Notice the temperatures in the past hour. 2 now in Bradford, about 3 in Chicago. Sub-zero temperatures up across Wisconsin and Minnesota. That air is streaming in our direction under strong winds gusting to 25 and 30 miles per hour. I'll be back with a complete look at the weekend weather in just a few minutes.
Okay, thanks, Tom. The bitter cold means bitter problems for some homeless people.
And that means extra guests for Vision, volunteers in service in our neighborhoods.
The group is operating its shelter this week in Ashley, and that's where Newswatch 16's Mark Davis is live right now. Mark?
Karen, Nolan, for a week like this, a night like this, or a weekend like this, with the weather we've been having, this is probably the best place for somebody that's homeless. A nice warm bed in the shelter being operated by Vision. This week we're at the Centenary United Methodist Church in Ashley. Now, people here have told me that as the weather gets worse, their numbers start going up. About 15 to 20 people, give or take a few, are usually using this shelter every night now during the week. And over the weekend, they will be having volunteers go out patrolling the streets of Wilkes-Barre and surrounding areas, trying to find anyone that may be seeking shelter from the cold, the wind, and of course the snow. A good weekend to stay inside or at least get some shelter no matter where it is. I'm Mark Davis, Newswatch 16, live with the Instacam in Ashley. Karen, Nolan?
Thank you, Mark. There are 2 school closings to tell you about tonight. All evening classes at the Johnson Technical Institute have been canceled, and all Saturday classes at Marywood College have been called off. Winter's second punch is next on the Weather Watch.
And Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark is all bundled up tonight.
Yeah, I'm dying for spring.
Oh, I can't
After
wait.
this. When we come back, we're going to be talking about near record cold temperatures tonight, and if we can get through the weekend without another snowstorm. You're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV, and we're proud to serve Lopez. the icebox of northeastern and central Pennsylvania.
Here comes the best beer of your life. Give this man his first Moosehead. Moosehead, right from Canada.
Oh, well, the wilderness north of the border comes a beer for America made to order. And every beer man with a Moosehead in his hand is gonna be a Moosehead man for life.
This is incredible. Told you. Great beer.
Be a Moosehead man for life.
From the hot hits to the new hot toppers at Burger King.
Hot toppers? Never heard of them.
Flame broiled double cheeseburgers with 3 toppings.
You never heard of them?
Like tender sliced mushrooms and melted Swiss. Or topped with bacon and barbecue sauce. Or the new ham and cheese hot topper.
I never heard of them. Yeah? Well, she never heard of them either.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Can I help you?
No, thanks. Just passing through.
Now, only at Burger King, the new quarter-pound hot toppers for a limited time only.
We know how burgers should be.
Road crews all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania were out all night long trying to clear away the white stuff. Digging out from under a blizzard really digs deep into a community's budget. As Newswatch 16's Bob Reynolds reports, in Scranton, it's going to cost a lot more than planned to tackle that monumental mass of snow.
It may look like an iceberg rising from Central City's Scranton, but it's actually tons of snow heaped on intersections. I'm standing on top of one of these huge piles of snow to give you an idea of just how much white stuff is here. Take a look at this. I'm almost even with that traffic light over there. And these huge piles are scattered throughout Central City Scranton. That's why city officials rented all kinds of equipment to move the snow piles from downtown.
The snow is kind of bulky, so you get about 20 ton of snow, maybe 22 ton.
Officials say they had no choice. The extra equipment had to be rented. It's expected to eat up 1/3 of the budget allocated for that purpose.
The price was around between $40 to $50 an hour for each equipment.
That price doesn't include countless hours of overtime by city employees who plowed the snow. Even the city's firemen were pressed into service. They had the job of digging out hundreds of fire hydrants, which were buried by the storm and the plows.
But this is probably the worst that I've seen. It's just a lot of snow. It came in a hurry.
City officials don't exactly know how much the snowstorm will cost taxpayers. They hope to add up those costs sometime next week. The costs are important because Scranton's financial condition is not good. Bob Reynolds, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
Well, let's go find out if any more of that stuff's coming down to add to those fiscal woes. Tom, how about it?
Well, it's going to cost you more to heat your home this weekend with the bitter cold temperatures coming in. The heaviest snowfall in about 4 years across northeastern Pennsylvania. And in the backyard now at least 10 inches on the ground. Everything is just completely covered. And with the bitter cold air coming in, keep in mind before you head out that you lose a lot of your body heat out through your head and your neck. So it's a good idea to keep a hat on and wear a scarf and a loose-fitting sweater. That gives you better insulation against the cold. Now let's check in with our weather watchers now in Monroe County. Cliff Ships has 17 degrees. He measured 10 inches of snow from the storm in Stroudsburg. Jimmy Gallagher in Pottsville has 15 degrees, and Beatrice Fry checks in with 17 in Thompson. Now let's take a look at a view from Clark Summit, and they didn't miss out on the storm. 10 to 15 inches of snow fell up there last night, and the snowblowers were busy up there today. 16 degrees out back, 64% humidity. The wind is from the west at 15, making it feel like about 2 out back, and the barometer is recovering, rising from 29.6. The range in temp here today, 29 and 16. The low, what we have now is for the day, 68 degrees and 8 below zero back in 1936, and some sunshine a year ago today. The satellite view on the right side of your screen, a lot of low stratocumulus clouds over the Gulf Stream waters, indicating the very cold air now sweeping out over the warmer waters, and just some heavier snow showers and snow squalls. We just had a heavy one blow through the airport here, and I suspect that now we must be about 2 or 3/10 of an inch away from the all-time record snowfall for the month of January. There's more snow showers out to the west, and farther to the west, it's bitter cold. However, the clouds clear out, and so I suspect we will see a lot of ineffective sunshine here tomorrow as temperatures struggle just to reach 10 degrees. We are watching another storm system out over the southern Rockies. One computer says it's going to hit us with more snow on Sunday. Another says it may slide off to our south. I'm tending to lead in that direction now, that it might just miss us for Sunday, but we'll have a better idea on that tonight on the update at 11. A biting wind out there tonight. A few more snow showers. Could leave an inch or two of snow. About 9 below in Lopez by tomorrow morning. Mountaintop, 1 below, about 2 in Honesdale. Forestville down in Schuylkill County, 3. Mill Hall, about 0 tonight. The wind chill factor below 0. The wind gusting out of the west at 25. Here's the sunrise time for Saturday morning, 7:22, 5:10. Sunset tomorrow night. Some flurries, some drifting of snow tonight, a gusty wind, about 12 tomorrow, mostly sunny day. And then on Sunday, increasing cloudiness. Best chance for snow now looks like Tuesday of next week. We'll have more tonight.
Okay.
All right.
A hat and a scarf. Good advice, Tom.
Yes.
Thanks, Tom. The Sports Watch is next with Tim Carlson, and Mets pitcher Dwight Gooden has a day in court.
Plus, our Friday's hero, who hits the books and the water successfully.
When your feet hurt, you hurt all over, but you don't have to. If you've been putting up with aching feet for years, if you've been told aching feet are just a fact of life, give Campana Shoes a call. We can take a quick survey over the phone. If necessary, we can arrange for a visual inspection session. We can then identify your specific foot problem, then custom design a molded inlay to relieve the problem. Your feet will feel better and you'll feel better all over, and we'll be more than happy to work with your doctor or recommend a specialist for a second opinion. Don't put up with hurting feet another day. Call Campana Shoes today.
From Jacob Kurlanchik Furniture, a furniture sale with every single piece of furniture below cost. Jacob Kurlanchik Furniture has bought out the entire remaining inventory of one of Pennsylvania's great names in furniture, the now out-of-business United Furniture Wilkes-Barre. All of the furniture has been trucked to Jacob Kurlanchik's 4 stores. It is now on sale today through Saturday below cost. Also, all of Jacob Kurlanchik's regular stock will go up to 60% and more off today through Saturday. Free interest till April. Bloomsburg, Dallas, Chinchilla, Duryea.
Well, we haven't heard much lately about Dwight Gooden's legal problems.
But they're all over now, at least for the time being anyway. New York Mets pitcher Dwight Gooden's run-in with the law has come to a swift end. Dr. K showed up at a Tampa, Florida courtroom today and pleaded no contest to resisting arrest and battery on a police officer. He was given 3 years probation by the judge and also required to perform at least 160 hours of community service. Gooden was arrested December 13th in Tampa after a confrontation with the police, who stopped in for an alleged traffic violation.
Well, I just want to concentrate on baseball and put things back to normal and, live my normal life and enjoy it again.
We don't want to create a situation in Tampa where there is racial unrest or the pot is continuing to be stirred on that issue.
The judge and prosecutor both stressed the no contest plea was an open plea and not a plea bargain, meaning there was no promise made beforehand about the sentence. The judge withheld adjudication, which means there will be no record of the third-degree felony charges if Gooden completes probation successfully. Now, the judge also said that if Gooden meets the probation requirements, the probation will most likely be ended after 2 years. Well, since the holiday break is long over for high schools and many colleges, time to get back to the business of showcasing student-athletes who excel in the classroom in our Friday's Hero features. We'll start off the second semester with a young woman swimmer from Bloomsburg University. Tom Tidy has the story on Deb Reed, this week's Friday's Hero.
On the Bloomsburg University swim team, Deb Reed specializes in the 1,500-meter freestyle. Now, 1,500 meters is the equivalent of swimming the length of 16.5 football fields. It's the sport's longest and most grueling event. In school, Deb majors in nursing, one of Bloomsburg's toughest curriculums. But don't feel sorry for Deb. She's doing just fine.
I had it all through high school, and as long as I can remember, I've always been active in sports and in school. So it wasn't too much of a change, just the intensity of work was higher. And so I tried to compensate and adjust myself for the intensity.
And she has adjusted, last semester scoring a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Whether learning about ancient Egypt in an intro to art class here at Carver Hall or practicing her freestyle at Nelson Fieldhouse, Deb Reed is a Friday's hero who knows what it takes to be successful.
I think a lot of it has to do with learning how to budget your time, and I thought I figured out a way to budget my time pretty well, and I found that it's worked.
She's not blessed with an inordinate amount of ability, but she understands how to use the ability that she does have, and she dedicates herself. She misses almost no practices, and she works very hard when she is here.
making waves in the pool and making grades in the classroom. Deb Reed is this week's Friday's hero. Tom Tidy, Sports Watch 16, Bloomsburg.
Well, tomorrow night here on Channel 16, you'll be able to see some Saturday night heroes. We got a big game coming up for you. A live broadcast exclusively here on Channel 16. We will have Wilkes College visiting the University of Scranton at the John Long Center. We're expecting a very good contest. These are a couple of teams that are really playing very good basketball right now. We're looking forward to doing that game for you tomorrow night. Tap-off time is 8 o'clock here on Channel 16, and Paul Olis will be joining me for that game, and we're looking forward to it. That's going to be a good ball game, as
You always do a nice job.
Great rivalry, yeah. We try to.
Okay,
thanks a lot.
Thanks,
good luck.
Jim.
Okay.
And when Newswatch 16 continues, we'll take you into real snow country.
And tell you why some people there are getting a kick out of being singled out for their snow.
The next time you pick up some Pepsi, you might be in for a little surprise. The grand prize in Pepsi's Drive-Away Sweepstakes. A 1987 electronic fuel-injected V6 Oldsmobile Calais. Enter soon, or your chance to win will be gone.
Important bulletin for everybody interested in saving money. Burlington Coat Factory warehouse sale is on now. Tremendous selection of coats for ladies, men, and children, slashed far below Burlington's everyday low prices. Savings this big happen only once a year at Burlington. Don't miss these tremendous values for everyone in the family. Burlington Coat Factory's warehouse sale. Don't miss it.
Finally tonight, the blizzard of 87 put the town of Dewshore on the national weather maps this morning. That area had the most snow from this storm in the country. Newswatch 16's Jim Rennick plowed his way to Sullivan County today to find out how people there are dealing with the snowfall.
The snow is still being shoveled from in front of the Dewshore Bank, where nature deposited nearly 2 feet of snow yesterday. That, combined with 7 inches of snow that fell Monday, has made Dewshore the snowiest place in Pennsylvania and one of the snowiest in the country. But talking to people here, you kind of get the feeling that shoveling snow has become a way of life.
Leo, how long have you been shoveling all this stuff?
For about 32 years.
I mean, for this store.
This morning I started about 4:30.
While most of the roads have been cleared, driving is still a challenge for some people, and a few cars still resemble igloos. Andrew Foster was trying to thaw out his igloo.
Does it snow a lot in Dewshore?
It snows a lot. It wouldn't be here now if I could have got up the hill to go home.
But as they say, life goes on even in snowy Dewshore. And neither snow, not even a ton of it, will keep the postman from his appointed rounds, nor will it keep some business people from making hay while the snow falls, even if the entrepreneur wears braces.
What do you think about being out of school today?
It's great.
But you're shoveling snow. Is that great?
Making money.
You are? You like it?
Yeah.
There's some kids behind you, and it looks like they're having fun. Would you rather be doing that or make money?
Make money.
The people of Dewshore did not enjoy a white Christmas last year, but as you can see, they're more than making up for it now. In fact, they've still got their Christmas ornaments hanging in town. Somehow, it seems kind of appropriate. Jim Rennick, Newswatch 16, Dewshore.
Jim sure enjoyed that assignment, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That's Newswatch 16 for Friday.
Be sure to join us tonight on Newswatch 16 Update when, believe it or not, Newswatch 16's Jim Rennick will go frolicking in the snow. I can't wait to see this.
I can't either. For the team, thanks for joining us.
Enjoy your evening.